Throughout history, kings ruled from thrones of gold, but some chose the battlefield over the palace. These were rulers who fought with sword in hand, leading their men through blood and fire. These are the greatest warrior kings you've probably never heard of. Number 20. Shaka Zulu, South Africa. Shaka Zulu was a warrior king of the Zulu kingdom in South Africa during the early 19th century. His military innovations turned the Zulu people into a formidable force. He created a well-disciplined army with a unique fighting formation known as the Buffalo Horns. This tactic proved highly effective in battles such as the Battle of Kukley Hill in 1828, where the Zulus decisively defeated the British colonial forces. Under his leadership, the Zulu kingdom grew significantly, conquering neighboring territories and establishing dominance in the region. However, Shaka's reign was marked by ruthlessness and violence. He was eventually killed by his own half-brother in a palace conspiracy in 1828. Number 19. Pyrrhus of Epirus. Pyrrhus was the king of Epirus, an ancient kingdom in northwest Greece from 302 to 272 BC. He is best known for his military campaigns in Italy against the Roman Republic. Although Pyrrhus achieved some notable victories against the Romans at the Battle of Heraclea and the Battle of Asculum, these triumphs came at such a cost in terms of casualties that they became known as Pyrrhic victories, meaning victories that are so costly as to be almost a defeat. After suffering further defeats in Italy, he returned to Greece, where he continued to wage wars against the Macedonian kingdom of Antigonus Gonatas. Eventually, he was defeated and killed in a battle against the Macedonians in 272 BC. Despite his mixed record, Pyrrhus is regarded as one of the greatest military commanders in ancient history. His innovative tactics and strategic brilliance continue to be studied and admired by military historians today. Number 18. Vlad the Impaler. Vlad the Impaler, also known as Vlad the Impaler, or Vlad Dracula, was the Prince of Wallachia between 1448 and 1462. He was a ruthless and enigmatic ruler who gained notoriety for his brutal methods of governing his people. While the claim that he dipped his bread in blood is likely just propaganda made up by his enemies, he did have a reputation for extreme cruelty. During his reign, he allegedly ordered the execution of thousands of his subjects, including nobles and peasants alike. One of the most gruesome acts attributed to Vlad was the execution of the nobles who refused to pay him tribute. He supposedly roasted them alive inside their sealed wagons until they died. In addition to his cruelty, Vlad was also known for his bravery in battle. He successfully defended his territory against invading Ottoman forces. However, his violent and oppressive rule ultimately led to his downfall. In 1462, he was deposed by his brother and spent his remaining days in captivity until his death in 1476. Number 17. Ranjit Singh. Ranjit Singh was the founder of the Sikh Empire in Punjab, India in the early 19th century. Born in 1780, Ranjit Singh rose to power through a combination of military skill, strategic alliances, and sheer determination. He was known as the Lion of Punjab for his bravery and martial prowess. Under his leadership, the Sikh army became a formidable force, equipped with modern weaponry and employing innovative tactics. One of his most notable victories was the Battle of Lahore in 1802, which established Sikh dominance in the region. Ranjit Singh went on to conquer vast territories, expanding the Sikh Empire from the Himalayas to the Arabian Sea. In addition to his military achievements, Ranjit Singh was also a shrewd administrator and diplomat. He established a centralized government and introduced reforms to improve the efficiency of the state. He also forged alliances with European powers, securing the empire's position as a major player in the region. Sadly, following his death in 1839, the Sikh Empire declined and was eventually annexed by the British Raj. Number 16. Alauddin Khalji. Alauddin Khalji was a bold and ambitious warrior who founded the Khalji dynasty of the Delhi Sultanate in India in the 13th century. He came to power in 1296 after defeating the reigning king of Delhi in battle. Alauddin's military campaigns were marked by his use of gunpowder weapons and innovative siege tactics. He conquered large parts of northern and central India, including the strategic city of Devagiri. Under his rule, the Delhi Sultanate became one of the largest and most powerful empires in India. In addition to his military prowess, Alauddin was also an astute administrator and reformer. He introduced a new system of revenue collection and implemented policies to promote trade and industry. He also founded the city of Siri, which served as the capital of his empire. However, his reign was not without its controversies. Alauddin was known for his lavish lifestyle and his obsession with acquiring wealth and power. He faced opposition from various quarters, including religious leaders and rival kingdoms. Despite these challenges, Alauddin Khalji left behind a legacy as one of the most successful rulers of the Delhi Sultanate and one of the great warrior kings of India. Number 15. Sviatoslav I of Kiev. Sviatoslav I was a legendary raiding warrior prince of the Rus tribe who lived in the 9th century AD. He was the son of the Rus ruler Pyrrhic and is remembered for his numerous campaigns deep into enemy territory, particularly against the Byzantine Empire. Despite lacking his father's administrative abilities, Sviatoslav proved to be an exceptional warrior, leading his troops on daring raids across the Black Sea coast. His victories earned him the title of the Fearless. After facing initial setbacks, he eventually defeated the Khazars, a powerful nomadic group that had been a thorn in the side of the Rus. Following his father's death, he inherited the Rus' throne and expanded his domain to include Kiev, which became the capital of the Kievan Rus. He played a significant role in the development of early medieval Russia and is considered one of the most iconic figures in Russian history. Number 14. Basilio II, the Bulgar Slayer. Basilio II was the emperor of the Byzantine Empire from 976 to 1025. He is remembered for his successful military campaigns against the Bulgarian Empire, which resulted in the conquest of Bulgaria and the end of its independence. Due to his victories, he earned the nickname the Bulgar Slayer. During his reign, he also campaigned against the Arabs, the Kievan Ruses, the Seljuks, and the Armenians. Despite facing numerous challenges, including rebellions and financial difficulties, Basil was able to restore order to the empire and expand its territory. He is considered one of the most successful Byzantine emperors, and his military achievements are still studied by military historians today. Number 13. Richard I, the Lionheart. Richard I was the King of England from 1189 to 1199. He is best known for his participation in the Third Crusade, where he fought against Saladin and the Ayyubid dynasty to regain control of Jerusalem. Despite being a brilliant military commander, Richard's attempts to capture Jerusalem were unsuccessful. Nevertheless, he became a legendary medieval warrior, earning the nickname Richard the Lionheart for his bravery and skill in battle. He was also known for his chivalry and his commitment to the ideals of knighthood. In addition to his military exploits, Richard was also a shrewd politician and diplomat. He negotiated peace treaties with several foreign rulers and worked to strengthen the English monarchy. Unfortunately, he was captured by the Austrians while returning from the Crusades and died in 1199. Number 12. Tokugawa Ieyasu. Tokugawa Ieyasu was a legendary samurai general and statesman who played a pivotal role in the early history of Japan. Born in 1543, he rose to power gradually through a series of strategic alliances and battles. He emerged as the most powerful daimyo, or feudal lord, in Japan, and eventually became shogun, establishing the Tokugawa shogunate, which ruled Japan for over 2 centuries. Ieyasu was a brilliant military strategist and tactician, best known for his victory at the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600, which secured his dominance over Japan. He also implemented a series of policies aimed at centralizing power and promoting stability and prosperity throughout the country. These policies included the establishment of a new capital at Edo, now Tokyo, and the imposition of a strict social order known as the Sankin Kotai system. Ieyasu's contributions to Japanese history have made him a revered figure in Japanese culture and one of the most influential figures in East Asian history. Number 11. Baybars. Baybars was a Mamluk Sultan of Egypt from 1260 to 1277. Born a slave in the 13th century, he rose to become one of the most successful military commanders of his time. Through his military prowess, he defeated the Crusaders in the Battle of Faraskour and recaptured Jerusalem, expanding the Mamluk Sultanate to include Syria. He also led campaigns against the Mongols in the Levant and Anatolia, successfully defending Egypt against Mongol invasion. Despite his military achievements, Baybars faced internal challenges, including rebellions within his own ranks. He was assassinated in 1277, but his legacy as a warrior king lives on. Number 10. Subutai. Subutai was a legendary Mongol military commander who played a pivotal role in the conquests of Genghis Khan and his successor, Ogdai Khan. Born in 1160, he rose to prominence for his brilliant military tactics and leadership skills. At the Battle of the Khalkha River in 1223, he led the Mongol army to a decisive victory against the Rus's princes. He also played a key role in the conquest of Khwarezmia and the Western campaign into Eastern Europe. Although not a ruler in the traditional sense, Subutai's influence and impact on world history were immense, making him one of the greatest military commanders of all time. Number 9. Harald Hardrada. Harald Hardrada was the king of Norway from 1046 to 1066. He is best known for his attempt to conquer England in 1066, which ended with his death at the Battle of Stamford Bridge. Despite this setback, Harald was a successful military leader and explorer, having previously raided and fought battles across Europe, the Middle East, and even North Africa. He was known for his bravery and skill in battle and his ability to inspire his troops. However, his reign was not without controversy. Harald's desire for power and wealth led him to engage in frequent warfare, which caused instability and destruction in Norway. His death at the Battle of Stamford Bridge marked the end of the Viking Age and the beginning of a new era in European history. Number 8. Basil I. Basil I was a Byzantine emperor from 867 to 886. He came to power as a relatively unknown general, and through his military prowess, he successfully defended the empire against external threats and laid the foundations for its recovery. Despite facing numerous challenges, including rebellions and natural disasters, Basil was able to restore stability and prosperity to the Byzantine Empire. He is remembered for his courage and determination in the face of adversity and his contributions to the cultural and intellectual life of the empire. His efforts to reform the army and navy helped to strengthen the empire's defenses and enable it to withstand the attacks of its enemies. Basil's legacy as a great emperor-general continues to inspire awe and admiration today. Number 7. Knut the Great. Knut the Great was the king of Denmark, Norway, and England from 1016 to 1035. He was a legendary Viking ruler who united three of the most powerful kingdoms in Scandinavia. Through a combination of military force and diplomacy, Knut was able to impose his authority over vast territories, stretching from the Baltic Sea to the North Sea. He is remembered for his military victories, including the Battle of Ashdown in 1016, which secured his control over England. However, Knut's reign was not without its challenges. He faced opposition from rival kings and nobles and had to contend with the ambitions of his sons, who sought to carve out their own territories. Despite these obstacles, Knut was able to maintain his empire until his death in 1035. His legacy as a great Viking warrior king continues to live on in Scandinavian folklore and history. Number 6. Ranavalona I. Ranavalona I was the Queen of Madagascar from 1828 to 1861. She was a fierce and determined ruler who successfully defended her territory against colonial powers and expanded the kingdom's influence throughout the island. Despite facing numerous challenges, including internal rebellions and external threats, Ranavalona was able to maintain her kingdom's independence and protect its people from exploitation. She is remembered for her bravery, intelligence, and commitment to her people. Number 5. Sundiata Keita. Sundiata Keita was the founder of the Mali Empire in West Africa in the 13th century. He is best known for his military campaigns, which expanded the empire to become one of the largest in African history. He also implemented policies to promote trade and cultural exchange throughout his empire. Despite facing numerous challenges, including rival kingdoms and internal rebellions, Sundiata was able to maintain the empire's stability and prosperity until his death in 1337. Number 4. Ashoka the Great. Ashoka the Great was an Indian emperor of the Maurya dynasty from 268 to 232 BC. He is best known for his conversion to Buddhism and his subsequent promotion of its teachings throughout his empire. Before his conversion, Ashoka was a ruthless warrior who conquered much of the Indian subcontinent. However, after witnessing the devastation caused by war, he renounced violence and became a pacifist. He issued edicts promoting non-violence, compassion, and tolerance towards all living beings. Despite his pacifist views, Ashoka maintained a strong military force to protect his empire from external threats. He also implemented a series of administrative reforms to promote trade and economic growth. In addition to his religious and political achievements, Ashoka is also remembered for his contributions to science and mathematics. He commissioned the construction of hospitals, roads, and public works, and promoted the study of astronomy and medicine. Number 3. Mehmed II. Mehmed II was the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire from 1444 to 1446, and again from 1451 to 1481. He is best known for his conquest of Constantinople in 1453, which marked the end of the Byzantine Empire and the beginning of the Ottoman era in Constantinople, now Istanbul. Muhammad's military campaigns also included the conquest of large parts of the Balkans, Anatolia, and the Middle East. He was a brilliant strategist and tactician who was instrumental in expanding the Ottoman Empire's territory and power. Despite his military achievements, Muhammad was also a patron of the arts and sciences. He commissioned the construction of mosques, libraries, and schools, and encouraged the translation of scientific texts from Greek and Latin into Turkish. Number 2. Hammurabi. Hammurabi was the king of Babylon from 1792 to 1750 BC. He is best known for his law code, which is one of the earliest known systems of written law. However, he was also a skilled battlefield king who led his armies to victory in numerous battles. He expanded the Babylonian Empire to include large parts of Mesopotamia and established its dominance in the region. Despite facing numerous challenges, including rebellions and invasions from neighboring kingdoms, Hammurabi was able to maintain control over his vast empire and leave behind a legacy as one of the greatest kings of Babylon. Number 1. El Tato of the Tarascans. Little is known about El Tato, the last warrior king of the Tarascans, a Mesoamerican civilization located in what is now Mexico. He reigned from around 1443 to 1473. The Tarascans were known for their skill in warfare and their fierce resistance against the Aztec Empire. Under El Tao's leadership, the Tarascans fought back against the Aztecs and were able to maintain their independence. Despite facing overwhelming odds, El Tato and his warriors were eventually defeated by the Spanish conquistadors in 1520, marking the end of the Tarascan civilization. Crowned in glory or broken in battle, these rulers proved that true kingship was not about wealth or thrones, but about courage. Which forgotten warrior king deserves to be remembered most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more hidden history.